YouTube, greetings, hola, salute, konnichiwa, labas. Today is July 13th, so basically 4 months since my medial sesamoidectomy on the right foot. And it's been a long time since I made a video, which I'm sorry about, and it's been kind of a wild ride going back to work for a number of different reasons, both relating to and not relating to my foot. So it seemed like over the last couple of weeks I really wanted to make a new video, but every time I went to make a new video it was like there was going to be another appointment in a couple of days that was very important. So I figured I'd wait till that appointment happens, and then I just kind of report what happens, and then they'd be like, no, you gotta go see another doctor, and then and so on. So I have a little list right here of kind of the happenings, the goings on of what's going on with my foot in this kind of crazy journey that I've been on for the last 4 months or so. So last time I made a video, I'm just looking at the YouTube on my computer now, it looks like it was June 25th. So that would have been one day after the follow-up ultrasound on my leg. Actually, let me just start off by updating on actually my foot where I got surgery done. Pretty much it's been a little bit painful. It gets painful after, actually, you know, I want to say it gets painful after like 8 hours of doing work, but my workplace has been pretty good about letting me sit down every few hours, and we've had some kind of long lunch breaks, so it wasn't that big a deal. But what I've noticed is that after, say, 3-4 days of work, that's when my foot really starts hurting from the get-go, as soon as I get in. So I've called out of work like maybe twice in the last month, which is really uncharacteristic of me. I like never called out before I had any like surgery like this. So which is kind of a bummer, because again, I don't have any paid time off left, but what are you gonna do? You can't fit your foot into your shoe, you can't get to work. So what I've been doing a lot has been icing my foot as soon as I get home from work for a lunch break, or just coming home after my shift, and that's helped a lot. But I guess I should say that where I meet the most amount of discomfort is probably 3 days into my week. You know, I work kind of a weird week at work. Sunday, and then I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then a few hours on Friday. So by Thursday, that's when my foot really starts hurting. And so I think that's, yeah, the only 2 days I've really called out have been Thursdays. So that's just something I'm kind of monitoring. It feels like, you know, early after a good couple of days of rest or a light shift, I'm able to walk around with pretty much almost no pain at all. It's almost normal. So that's really encouraging, and you know, I'm hoping that just continues to move forward, and we'll get back to normal one day. That's one thing that I guess I was warned about it. It's an elective surgery, and you can expect to be back at work within 3 months, but being back at work doesn't mean you're back to normal. So, you know, it's looking like, I mean, I've been told by, you know, by the surgeon and his physician's assistant and my PCP, even though she's not a specialist, that I can pretty much expect to be feeling totally normal after 6 months. So this is really, it's going to be kind of like it's going to consume a year of my life. Anyway, so last time I uploaded, it was June 25th. So that would have been one day after my follow-up ultrasound, which would be the 3 months after the discovery of the blood clot in my leg that was triggered by the surgery. And a week after that, on July 1st, I had a follow-up with my PCP, and we went over the results, because I guess the procedure dictates that the radiologist can't tell you anything about what they found in the ultrasound. You have to wait for your doctor to give you the results. And so that's, you know, it's whatever. It's kind of annoying, but because I wanted to know, but it's whatever. And unfortunately, it looks like the blood clot did not even change in size. Over 3 months of blood thinners, and it didn't even change in size. And so that was really discouraging to hear. But she said that luckily, because of the new type of blood thinners I'm on Eliquis, 5 milligrams twice a day, or it was, she told me that because it's a new type of blood thinner, they can actually carry out blood work for a hematologist even though I'm on blood thinners, which is a new thing. Apparently, it's been kind of common practice in the past where if you're on blood thinners, they can't test you for certain things, namely like blood deficiencies or what have you that would put you predisposed to blood clots. So she set me up with a hematologist, and I met him on the 9th. And he said that, you know, basically based on my family history, I have no family history of any blood clots whatsoever. This is like totally not something that anybody I know has ever experienced, in my family at least. And he said that this was most likely just totally triggered, I guess the word could be, or instigated by the surgery. So he was actually kind of surprised that my surgeon told me not to move at all during the first week of recovery after the surgery, because you know, it sort of makes sense, because I went basically from 40 hours a week moving around, being on my feet, to absolute zero, with the exception of going to the pisser for 7 straight days, and that's when the blood clot happened. And so what he decided to do was run some tests, get first I guess they're going to do some tests to see if there's some sort of genetic mutation or whatever that makes me more likely to get blood clots, but most importantly, I guess there's a protein they can test for. It's called D-dimers, D-dimer, and it's a protein that appears in the blood when your body is eating away at an active blood clot. And so basically, if I were to test negative for that, it would suggest the clot is no longer active, the blood is just kind of just flown around it, and it has apparently calcified, which I think means it's just turned into a calcium deposit in the vein, which I'm not entirely sure, but that sounds like what it is. Google says that that might be what it is, so probably shouldn't be looking this shit up on Google, but whatever. So he said that I tested negative for that protein, which means that the clot is apparently no longer active. And he suggested going to compression stockings for the problem leg to increase the blood flow. I'm not sure if we're going to take any steps to like remove the clot, or just kind of wait for it to go away, or just ignore it if it's no longer active. So that's something we're still having a conversation about. But I picked up some compression stockings that they're pretty cozy, so they're going to be kind of nice in the wintertime, but they go all the way up to my knee, and they're kind of tight. By comparison, my other sock just goes up to there, which is not great for the OCD, but it's good for the circulation, and that's what we're gonna go for. So, you know, as I was looking through the YouTube channel that I have here, it looks like more and more, a lot of the focus of my videos have really just been this blood clot, which is almost like, gosh, maybe I'm getting off topic or something, or maybe I'm straying away from what people, you know, wanted to watch these videos for. But, you know, the way I see it, this is really just part of the whole saga with me. This is something that can happen after you get a sesamoidectomy. Apparently, it's a very low probability, but it happened to me. I've had a couple of people ask me, like, boy, if you knew this was going to happen beforehand, would you have still got the surgery? Obviously, the answer is yes. If I knew about it before, I probably would have been a little more active during the first week, despite my doctor telling me not to. But, you know, overall, the pain in my foot, where I had pain to begin with, the ball in my foot, it's like, I want to say it's like 80% better than it was. And it just keeps getting even more than that, by bit by little bit. And each day is a process, each week is a process, but you know, the trend is that basically I'm having a lot less pain in general, and so you know, I'm able to kind of exercise a little bit now, and you know, I've lost a bunch of weight so far. I think I've lost like 30 pounds since the surgery, just because I'm able to move again, you know, which is just like super encouraging, really nice. You know, I feel better in general. So, you know, if I had to do this over 100 times over, I would still get the surgery. I might take other precautions because of the blood clot, but this is you know, pretty much 4 months in, 4 weeks back to work. I got another doctor's note to tell them to give me another 4 weeks at least of light work duty because I'm still having pain. You know, originally I was kind of optimistic I could just return to normal duty after 4 weeks, but it's just looking like it's not going to be the case, unfortunately. So again, it's a process. So gosh, I don't even know when I started this video. It's probably longer than most of them, but thank you so much for watching. I'll probably upload at some point in the next month to keep you all updated if anybody's still watching. Good luck to anybody else getting the surgery. There's a couple people in the comments saying they're getting the surgery or they've just gotten it. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so that's my 4-ish month update. And I'll talk to you on the next video.